Good morning, I'm Rossella, and together with my colleague Giulia, we are part of ACA, Amore, Campione, Architettura studio. Founded by Sebastian Amore and Angela Campione in 2010. Okay, sorry. We are based in Catania, the second biggest city in Sicily along the east coast. We are very grateful to be here today to talk about a project we are really fond of. Sorry, it's going backwards. Thank you. So I was going to say, we work there with a wonderful group of other 4 architects. And we are really happy to talk about a project we are really fond of, which is House CCC, a project we did in 2022 in Catania. This project is really special for us for 3 reasons. The first one is that it's in the living heart of the city, so it was really challenging for us. The second one is that we had a very interesting relationship with our client that accepted all the challenges we wanted to take in. And the third one is that we really believe that the project we did had an impact on the way our clients are living their home nowadays. The main challenges were, since we are in the city center of the city, to be in a neighborhood which was built in the 60s, meaning that it's a row house as a typology, so it's really deep. We needed to get light in, and the parking space was something that was really required in there. How did we decide to build it? Was so the facade was actually not really valuable, so the first approach was actually the first idea was actually maybe to demolish it completely and build it again, but in the end we wanted to go to a new challenge, so to keep actually half of the building as it was, and to solve all the issues in only half of the building, giving a completely different character. And that's why we like to address this project as if it had 2 different souls, like one completely contemporary and the other one which talks more about the tradition. The plot is indeed very narrow and the house is very deep, so the first issue we had to solve was indeed how to find place for the parking, and the second issue was how to get light in. What we decided to do was to demolish half of the facade and the floor and the walls behind it, and to solve the whole project in this half of the building. So the approach was to lower the garage level to sunken compared to the courtyard and the street level, and work with split levels in the whole house, building a new staircase behind it, and work with a glazed facade in the newly built part. The approach was indeed to make a clear cut in it, putting a glazed facade and giving structural beams that would support the existing facade to the other buildings. This creates a new challenge for us, which was how to create privacy. And how did we do that? We did it through a green curtain. So we used the structural beams also as vases for our plants to be able to reach the roof line. And this allowed us to give privacy as well, but also to add architectural value to the facade. Big part of our research is also about the cladding of the facade. And that's why we work a lot with a specific type of plaster called coccio pesto, which is made by grinded lime and roof tiles and clay. And that's also what gives this earthy color, and that's something you can really customize depending on the innards that you put together. And that's lately being washed to get these nuances and this texture in the end. The relationship with the context is also researched by using in the basement materials as like lava stone, but also keeping the rhythm of the existing windows that are along the street. And what's important for us in this project is indeed the concept of fluidity that we created in the facade by making this clear cut, that it's almost deleting the border between indoor space and outdoor space. But this concept is something we also research inside, and that's what Giulia is going to talk about.
A circulation space should solve some problematic and some functional issues. The goal for us was to design collective space for share and living together for our clients. This part of the house, the new part of the house, is a double-high space with a living room and a studio looking to it. The glass facade gives to this space a new relationships with the street level. It's around the staircase that found place this living room with the studio. This functional space turned out into a living heart of the house in each level. This is in a continuous spatial and visual connection with the oldest part, and that's what makes us think about the fluidity concept. These two parts are in a mutual exchange and have different characters. The staircase, the main element of this project, was supposed to feel ephemeral from the inside and solid from the outside. The steel and the perforated metal let us reach this goal. The beams and also the landings are structural, of course. Differently from the material we choose for the new parts of the house, the material we choose for the oldest part are neutral and respectful for the existing. So we choose the resin for the floor that surround the old tiles. These tiles are typical from the Sicilian traditions. The courtyard is behind the new part of the house, and the goal was to give natural light to the deeper parts of the house. We like to think that this project gives us a city frame and at the same time a full frame picture of the inside by deleting for a moment the barriers between inside and outside. Thank you.